like, what the heck is going on? And so apparently she was embarrassed, and allegedly, I'm going to say allegedly for this one because I don't know if she said it or not, but what got to me was allegedly she sent a message that basically no one makes fun of or no one embarrasses Stephanie Elizalde or Dallas Independent School District and gets away with it. So that was a message that allegedly was meant for me to receive, because that had to have been like pretty embarrassing, I suppose. I mean, you know, but come on, like, you have been bullying and harassing me basically for no reason, right? So surely you can handle a little bit of embarrassment. But so that message got to me. I didn't think anything of it. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever, ha ha ha. And I get to the new school district, which was awesome because when I worked in Dallas, it took me, it would take me an hour or sometimes more to get to work because of the flow of traffic. Well, when because of where I lived, when I went to Fort Worth Independent School District, I didn't really have to deal with traffic. And so I get there, and, you know, everyone seems like pretty excited that I'm there, because keep in mind, I actually have a track record of success. I wasn't just a principal for principal's sake, right? I wasn't a brand new principal. I actually had, you know, a track record of success. And not to mention the school that I was principal at and assistant principal, you know, they had a high bilingual population, just like the one that I was going to in Fort Worth. And I am bilingual, right? So I speak Spanish fluently. So of course they were excited. My boss, you know, I met my new boss and he seemed to be excited that I was there. He was really nice. In the beginning, like, everyone was like super nice. And then, but of course they were trying to hire, I already had my boss, but they were hiring, or they were replacing his boss. Like, they had moved some things around. And so they had just named, or they were about to name his boss. Well, lo and behold, his boss, so my boss's boss, turns out to be someone from Dallas Independent School District who worked under Stephanie Elizalde. Yeah, you can already figure out like where this is headed. So while I'm in Fort Worth Independent School District, not the executive director, I don't know what his position was in Fort Worth, but my boss's boss here in Fort Worth, in Fort Worth Independent School District, is Raul Pena, who worked under Stephanie Elizalde, and he picked up right where she left off. Now, the problem is, or the difference is, in Dallas, I had several years of being in the district. So again, like, you know, you kind of want to have like just cause for getting rid of someone, and they didn't have it. Well, because I moved to Fort Worth School District, and it was my first year there as a principal. When it's your first year, you're probationary, and they don't have to necessarily have a reason. Like, they don't have to have cause. They can just feel like, you know, nope, it's in the best interest of the district. We don't want you back, right? And so he started out with picking up with like the bullying and the harassing, the being on the campus excessively, even though like the person who is supposed to be on my campus and coaching me should have been my boss, but instead it was my boss's boss, who came from Dallas Independent School District, because of course they are like, and I say they, but I guess, you know, I was kind of trained as well, but in Dallas, like, you are well trained in like how to get rid of people, right? And so I guess he felt like, you know, he needed to go ahead and take care of it himself, because maybe he felt like, you know, they didn't really have what it took in Fort Worth yet, because, you know, I don't know, they